Hi everybody. I've noticed on YouTube that everybody has reborns, and I've noticed that they have tutorials and they have showing people their nursery tours and their dolls, and I kind of want to show mine off. Now this one is called Jamie, that's what I've named him. He's actually the Asher sculpt, I believe, by Donna Lee, and I got him off of Ellie's Babies, which, you know, she's really done an excellent job on him. I had him custom made, so I'll show you a few of the features of what makes him more customised. You know, he's the only one I've got, and he cost me quite a bit of money, but considering how much these can go for, you know, he was kind of quite the lower end of really good pricing. So I'll just show you a few of the features of him. For a start, he's got a dummy, but it's magnetic, so it kind of, you know, sits there quite well. So that's his dummy, and you can see his hair. I do apologise if the filming is off a little bit, it's just the fact of I'm holding it, so I'm trying to do everything one-handed. I mean, his hair is absolutely gorgeous. It's probably a little thinner now than what it was when I actually bought him, but I haven't really taken a lot of care of it lately, so it's kind of matted slightly. I've brushed it today, and I've washed it a little bit, only in lukewarm water. And it's kind of gone well, but he's still a bit fuzzy, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about that. So he's got his eyes, which unfortunately I don't know if you can see on camera, but they're kind of like a bluish green, maybe a hint of brown. It's a really kind of funny eye colour. It's more like a stormy colour, but they are beautiful. They suit him very well. And if you turn his head, he's got a little earring. That was actually part of the custom job that I had done. I asked for him to have a little earring. I just want to kind of give him a little bit of a better identity. So that was that. And he's got his little hands, which I think is lovely. And if I do that, there we go. He can actually suck his thumb. I would warn you though, he never actually kind of keeps it there. It does for some reason pop out, whether or not it's just the way I put it in, or if it's just a fact of it doesn't actually hold it there, I don't know, but it's actually holding up quite well now. And we'll look at his other hand. That's clenched as a fist. He's got lovely nails, which is quite a nice feature to have, and so you can see he's got his little elbows, which they're quite pretty, and he's got his Tigger suit on today, which it's nice. He's had that on for a while. I need to change it. And then we got his little toes, so you can see the immaculate detail that goes into his feet. And then you see his detail in his nails. You probably can't see the colouring as well, and whether or not it's because of the lighting that I've used. I'm using kind of natural light to try and get him better toned, but obviously, you know, based on cameras and positions, you never know really how they work. He's got his knees, and you can see all these little marks in where the creases should go. And then if we go to his next foot, which I'm trying hard to get, you can see his foot there. And then if we turn it over, which I'll try and get to, there we go. It's very cute, I think. He's still got the creases again. The other custom thing I asked made for is, you notice he's got a little scratch. Most people will ask for scratches on their nose or on their cheeks, mainly because it's what newborns do. They have long nails, so they'll scratch. But I actually asked for it on his knee. It just gives him a little bit more character, which you like to have in custom made babies. You like them to have more character and more styles, because obviously they're yours and you want to make them personal. Some people will buy ones that are made, other people will only buy custom made. I mean, he was my first one, and he's been my first one for ages now, so I probably need a new baby, which I might buy rather than have made again. So he's rather beautiful. I mean, when I had him custom made, I had his hair done, so I asked for dark hair, and I wanted it kind of, I got to choose the length, and I got to choose the style, if I wanted it wavy or straight. I got to choose his eye colour, and then I got to choose little features. So if I wanted him to have milk spots, I could have that, which I didn't. I kind of put a little bit more colour in his face, which is probably not as good in this light at the moment, but he's got like a little bit more colour to his forehead and a little bit more colour to his cheeks. So he's a beautiful doll. He's weighted, I believe, at 7.4, maybe a little bit more, maybe 7.8. So he's quite a heavy doll. I have to say that he is quite a heavy baby to hold. You do tend to get a little bit tired after a while of holding him. As you can see, he's got quite a few items of clothing. I bear in mind that this is actually not half of it. He has some in his little Moses basket. He has loads somewhere in a box, and there's probably more coming. I mean, this is just his. So he's got things like Kermit the Frog. He's got a camo outfit that's actually got trousers, top and shoes, which he does look lovely in. He's got Pinocchio, that's pyjamas, and he's got a Pinocchio romper. He's got a sailor outfit, which he does have bright blue sailor shoes too. I've lost them though. I have no idea where they are. He's got a little sports t-shirt. He has Iggle Piggle, which is quite the in thing at the moment for most kids. He's got a nice little neutral suit there. He's got a doggy jacket, and then he's got a coat and two snowsuits. So he's got quite a bit, and I've had quite a few questions on various things, and one of them I get asked is, well, why do you dress him? There are reasons for it, obviously. There's quite a few, but I think the two main reasons I dress him is, one, because really it's nice to change him. It's nice to have things so he looks kind of pretty. I mean, that's what you do really. That's what you would do with a normal baby. So this is kind of what you do with any collection. You would, if you had coins, you would shine them, you'd polish them. If you had crystal, you would clean them. So obviously you would dress him. You wouldn't keep them in the same clothes. It's silly really. It's stupid. And the other reason for it mainly is because he's basically been injected with fragrance, so he smells like a baby, more baby powder. And the one thing you notice is when you take the clothes off of them, they smell, and it's not baby fragrance smell. It's, for some reason, when his clothes come off, they smell kind of like a coconutty, and it's obviously the oil has gone through the clothes and then it started to smell. And obviously if you keep it on there, it's going to continue, and it just might make the clothes go a bit funny. So I keep on regularly changing them, and I obviously wash the clothes and make them clean again. Unfortunately, I've probably been the worst reborn mummy because I haven't really paid much attention to him in the last few months. So obviously things so he kind of gets neglected a little bit. So he doesn't get cleaned as much, and he doesn't get as much attention when it comes to changing him and sorting out his hair and washing him, which, again, is part of being reborn really. Is he's obviously very delicate, so you have to kind of take care of him. In the way you hold him, obviously, because as you can see, I think he is quite delicate. I mean, if I try it, he does kind of flop, which I don't know if I can hold him with one hand, but I can try. I will try, give me a second. He does sit lovely. It's very hard to get him to sit up. He's not obviously weighted for that. He is weighted for holding, so he very much is led down most of the time. I don't tend to sit him up a lot. If I do, I tend to hold him. His head will flop back. Obviously, I don't want it to flop back so much that his head is going to actually fall off, which is probably one of the dangers. He is actually sewn in very, very well, but you don't want to try it, do you? It's not good. The one other feature which you can't unfortunately see, which is a bit of a shame, is he has a heartbeat, which I did pay extra for, but I thought it was such a lovely feature. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'll try. No, I don't think I can't. Usually I can click it, but he does have a heartbeat. It is lovely. You can get them where they breathe, you can get them where they're heated, you can get them sometimes with the voice box so that they sound like a baby. I personally wouldn't want that. The breathing mechanism is nice, but the only problem with it is then it's very much a show doll. You can't cuddle it because obviously it's a very big mechanism. So unfortunately that's a bit of a sad thing with the mechanism, because it is lovely. It does look lovely to watch them breathe. But then again, as I said, they're not cuddling dolls then, which most people, if you pick up a baby, you want to cuddle it. It's natural, it's an instinct, but each to their own. So this is kind of like the first video I've ever done, so it's probably not going to be as good as most you see on YouTube, but it is just like basically an introduction. And I'll probably do more eventually when I get used to it, and hopefully I will be going to the Peterborough Doll Show in June, so hopefully I will be bringing back a lovely new one. So I'll probably take a video of that while I'm there and some pictures, and hopefully I will be bringing back a lovely little girl. Knowing my luck, I'll probably bring back another boy, because all the dolls I've wanted at the moment are boys. I haven't yet found a little girl that I like, but you never know. Big show like that, you could always find something you like. So yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I hope, you know, you get to know a little bit more about Reborning, and you get to know a little bit more about this little fella. And, you know, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.